They either have to adapt to us or we adapt to them.
Meet Annette Howard, a successful native of the Charleston, South Carolina area. On a recent Sunday on the pier downtown, she was very open with me about several sensitive issues, including an emerging conflict between northern and southern cultures in this historic, fast-expanding city. I'm RP. I'm a writer and YouTuber from the American South. Annette, so you're a native Charlestonian?
Yes.
What do you think about all the changes that have been going on in the past several years?
It's pretty good. I mean, I like the changes. Modern. The education can be a little better, but it can pay the teachers a little more because I'm a teacher. But other than that, I just love the atmosphere. I like different culture. I like different food. So yeah, I'm glad to be.
And you grew up in Charleston?
I grew up on one of the islands, which is Young's Island, not too far from Eddystone Island. So.
And what do you teach?
I work with the special needs in the middle school.
Oh, wow.
I really like being a teacher. That's one of my best thing in the world. If I never get paid, it's because I like it.
Well, you know the Gullah.
I know Gullah.
Really?
Yeah. And this is my auntie. She's from the island. This is my first cousin,
Okay.
Dana. Hello.
Nice to meet you. And who is this,
This is
by?
my husband, Fred.
Fred?
He's not from here. But
He's not from here.
No.
Where's Fred from?
He's
Virginia.
From Virginia.
Oh man, way up north.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think of the influx of new people? How has that changed Charleston? How has it changed the culture?
It have changed the culture a lot.
In what ways?
They either have to adapt to us or we adapt to them. You know, so I'd rather they adapt to us
Yes.
than we adapt to them. But if we want to all live together, we just have to adapt to one another. Cooking, they like the way we cook. They like our hospitality, our manners. A lot of people don't have that because we were brought up that way. You know, more friendly. Yeah.
More friendly than where?
New York.
I lived in New York for 8 years, so
Yeah.
I've noticed a little bit. I've noticed.
Yeah.
I'm from Atlanta, so I've
Yeah,
noticed.
most people like
Hospitable, real
Yeah.
hospitable here.
most people up north. They, you know, we always say hi, good morning, this and that. They don't have to say that. They say they don't have to do that. Or we'll say we'll say ma'am and sir. They say no, you don't have to do that and all that. But we were brought up that way. It just was bedded into us that way. So we were raised off the land. So that's another good thing. And for us, the food and we always had our own garden. So we never really had to go to a fast food restaurant. Everything was cooked right at the house.
And he was brought up with a lot of respect.
A lot of respect.
Respect for the elders,
For the
respect for
elders,
each other.
that's right, with each other's, and we taught generation teach the other generation, you know, how to do certain things.
Do you feel like there's a certain warmth that's inherent to this region? A warmth?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. And to me, there's no better place to live than where I live at.
So you love it.
I love it.
And
I love the water. I love just communicating with different people. I love just sitting out, having fun. And we also are family-oriented people. So all my family just left because we were just celebrating a birthday. We always,
get together for birthdays.
Anytime is always fun time.
When I lived in New York, I first moved there when I was after college, you know, I was like 22. I used to do what I do in Atlanta, which is say hello to everybody, walking down the street. They thought I was crazy.
That's it.
I never stopped doing it though.
Oh,
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
You say hi to some people and they will even open them out to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
I said, well, I did my part. I say hi.
That's right. That's just our culture.
Yeah, that's just our culture, and they don't understand that, but it is what it is.
Now, when I lived in China, for 7 years
Okay.
in Shanghai. I did the same, and they got a kick out of it. You know, they don't do that on the street in Shanghai either, or in China. So they got a kick out of it. They really laughed and thought it was funny and friendly, but they wouldn't take it from each other. You know, if a native Chinese did it on the street, just said hello randomly, they'd think he was crazy. So it was similar to New York. But they like it when the foreigner does it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, when you'd walk by, a lot of times the people who were working out on the street, like construction workers, they'd go, hello, hello to the foreigner all the time, or they want to come up and like pull the hair on my arm. They do things like that. They've never seen, that before. So, it was, not disrespectful. They're just curious.
Yeah, we get a lot of that because of our skin color. I get people just touch me. I might be dark, but dark is beautiful and smart and intelligent like everybody else.
That's right. But where's that happen to you here?
Yeah.
So what do you say?
I said foreigner.
You say what you do. Oh.
Yeah.
A foreigner will come up to you?
Yep. And then you do have some Caucasian people that never really live around our folks, and they were like, they would just touch your skin like that, and you're like, hey, I'm human. God made every color.
Mostly mountain people.
Mountain people.
Yeah, because of the fact they never really raised around, they were never brought up around us.
Around
So
blacks.
they like.
Which mountains? Appalachian Mountains, like of South Carolina, or
Up in Tennessee and different places like that.
I see.
Yeah.
It's not so much of the younger generation, as the
Older generation.
Interesting.
Things are changing all the time.
And then another thing, when we were little, and I just find out after I became an adult, everybody's not a captain. So Mary can tell you, working in the field, because that's where we got our money. You had to call the owner who owned the field captain, and I thought they was the captain, so they said call me captain. So come to find it, ain't never been in the military.
And when was this? How long ago was this?
I'm 60. I'm going on 63. So this happened like 45 years ago.
Okay, but
Yeah,
not that
45
long.
years.
That's not that long. Talking
Yeah,
about
but I'm just
the
saying.
early 80s?
Yeah.
Late
early
70s?
70s. Yep. Yeah.
In the field.
In the fields, because that's how we got our money. We didn't have no stores where we can go to Walmart and work in stores. We worked the land.
Yes.
And they would tell us, and Mary can tell you, we had to call them captain this and captain that, and come to find out they ain't never been in the military, but they wanted that respect.
Right.
I guess it's sort of like Captain and Tennille, huh? Not a real captain.
Yeah, not a real captain. That is bad. I don't like that.
I understand why you wouldn't. What about you, sir, from Virginia? Did you experience this sort of thing?
We had to call the people as colonels and stuff like that sometimes. So, but I've seen a lot back in Virginia. I've seen the cross burning. I've seen.
I ain't never seen that. But
I was born up in the '60s. I was born up in '50. Actually, I was born in 1952. So I've seen a little bit of everything. So.
yeah, he was in the military.
Yeah.
He's 70, gonna be 73.
You said
You got a younger woman, I see.
Well, we were married for going on 40.
But he's
40
73 and you're 63.
Yeah.
And I'm 77.
about 9
And you're
years.
and the aunt's 77.
9 years different, yep. And we've been married 40, going on 42 years.
How's it been?
Awesome. I could not have married a better man. And if I had to do it, I done did it twice because I renewed my vow on my 25th. If I had to do it again and again, it would be the same person.
Oh,
I
my
could not
God.
think of another person.
That's about the nicest thing I've heard all day. So you've had a really fortunate life.
Yep.
Because you found, Freud said the key to happiness is both finding your mission, your mission in terms of your career, and then your love life. And you hit a home run on
I
both.
did 4 for home run.
Well,
That's why you're smiling so
twice
much.
with me, yeah.
Yeah.
And twice with you.
Yep.
Oh, you
Yep.
renewed your
I
vows.
renewed my
Yeah.
vows on my 25th anniversary.
That's
He's
wonderful.
a master plumber. He check this out. He had a master before he had a high school diploma.
How was that?
Wow.
Yeah.
How was that?
by trade.
Okay, so masters of what? Plumbing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing? I didn't even know that.
He studied on his
Yeah.
own and yep.
Well,
and then
it's not just a master. It's not at a mechanical level.
yep.
So it's like an engineering.
Yep. And then he went back to school and got another master.
Yeah. In academic.
Yeah.
And what was that in?
Business.
Business and
management.
MBA.
Business
Yeah.
and leadership. And he sent me to college twice. My first one was in the medical field, and the second one is teaching.
What about your aunt? What was your career?
I was working in the field.
Yeah. Domestic,
Working-
domestic.
Domestic.
But remember now, she's 75,
Mm-hmm.
and I find out a couple weeks ago that the black could not go past the 8th grade because they didn't want them to further their education.
What town was that?
It was all over.
Just around this area.
No.
But you speaking in the 50s and 40s.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
cannot get an education. They only allowed you to the 8th grade. Because my mom went to the 8th grade, my dad went to the 8th grade. Because they went. Now they were people that had money and slip them to different schools, but you have to be in that area or live somebody nearby. But you could not have go past the 8th grade because they did not want you to further your education. And I thank God it's not that way today.
Yeah.
That's why I always teach my kids, my grandkids, education is important. They can never beat that out you. So that's my theory in life. And I'm the first it's not us, and we are the first set of generation that ever went to college. Because I told you my mom and dad could not have gone, not past the 8th grade. Because the area we lived in, there was no decent transportation to get you to point A to point B. So I am really proud of my family. We all went to college. A lot of us went to college, and now our grandkids is in college. So that's a blessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I thank God for that change.
Yeah.
You know.
So what would you say to the younger people now? A lot of people are saying college is not necessary. College is too theoretical or too ideological or political these days. So what would you say?
Now these days, you don't really have to go to college, but I prefer anybody who want to go to college, because sometimes you can pick up a trade and be successful with a business and everything. Just do something productive. That's all I say. Do something productive with your life. Whatever makes you happy, and your happiness is, you ain't got to do nothing with money. You ain't got nothing to do with money. Because I love teaching, and if I didn't have to have a paycheck just to pay bills, I would be just fine.
But we have to accept that knowledge is power.
That's right. Knowledge is power. That's
How you
right.
use that power.
That's right. So I am excited that you are came over here just to talk to us. So
And y'all are living proof of that. Knowledge is
Yep.
power.
exactly.
You personify that.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this interview, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more compelling conversations, please subscribe. And remember, in a world where you can be anything, be open